Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. We are back with part 2, carving a simple bear, basic bear, beginner bear in a stump. Now, part 2 is going to be a little more advanced, right? Here he is. You saw the photos at the end of the first video. This was the final product, right? Little paint in the eyes. He's not really cleaned up. He's pretty rough. Totally a sellable piece. But if you want to improve, maybe get a couple more dollars out of your bear, well, we're going to take it just a couple steps further for those of you that have some power tools. Now, real quick, I need you to do a couple things for me. 1, give this video a thumbs up. 2, hit subscribe, hit the bell, hit all. I guess that's way more than 2 things, right? But 3, be sure to check out the channel merch that I have available below the video in that little bar thingy. But do it at the end, not right now. But do everything else right now. Thumbs up, hit subscribe. I don't know. Anyway. We should probably go over tools, right? What are you guys gonna need? Either a jaw horse or a way to secure your piece. Again, I've got a video on how to secure your piece if you don't have a jaw horse, all right? If you have a jaw horse, it's a good idea to do the upgrade. Again, I'll have a video for that popping up here somewhere. Now, I got a lot of tutorial videos, okay? A lot, all for different tiers of carving. So be sure to check out the tutorial carving playlist here as well. Now, tools we're gonna need. First, safety gear, guys. Earplugs of some kind, a dust mask, gloves are good to have. Tool-wise, we really do need a die grinder, okay? Mine's set up with a camera here because you guys are gonna have a great view. We're gonna be starting off with a 1/4 inch shaft, green coarse flame burr from Saburrtooth. That's the green 1/2 inch from Saburrtooth. All right, we're also gonna be using their, this is tough to see, this is called their cross cutter burr from Saburrtooth, all right? Now this is a 1/2 inch? 1/4 inch, no, 1/2 inch, yes. They're 1/2 inch cross cutter, okay? We're gonna use this for the eyes. Those are the 2 burrs and the 1 tool you'll need. You don't need 2, you just need 1. Now, if you have a Dremel, you know, you could kind of follow along for this, but I'm really going to be using this for the eyeball in this video. Again, this is to step it up a little bit further. Kind of like if you are able to carve these with a chainsaw and you want to take your work to the next level, what should you get next? A die grinder and a couple burrs, and you can make basic bears, all right? So I'm going to stop talking. You guys are going on my shoulder, and we'll go to voiceover now.
All right, guys, let's start cleaning up that bear. We're going to be using that flame burr from Saburrtooth. You guys can try to use code HALL10, capital HALL10 at saburrtooth.com, see if it still works, get you a discount. Now all I'm doing is knocking any hard edges off. That's what we're doing. Bears don't have square hard edges, right? Everything's rounded. We've already done the chainsaw work, now we got to clean it up. So what I like to do is go around, shape my ears, and just kind of do some extra shaping that you couldn't get in there and do with the chainsaw. That's why we're taking it a step further in this video. Alright guys, so that's kind of what we're going to be doing here. Just rounding things over, smoothing things out, knocking over those hard edges to kind of just round them over. Nice thing with this flame burr is wherever you couldn't get in with the nose of the chainsaw bar, you can get in there with the nose of this, so you could continue to add to your fur pattern and create things like that. Now, something to keep in mind with this piece though, you know, you're only going to be able to get so much for this piece, so we don't, all in all, after practice and spending time and, you know, getting your design down, we don't want to be spending an hour or 2 on these pieces. This should be, you know, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes and you're done. It shouldn't be a piece that ends up taking you, after you've done like 50, 100 of these, a ton of these, it shouldn't take you an hour, okay? I mean, if it does, it's okay, but the goal really is to crank these out quick for a quick payday. Now, if you're just making these for fun and things like that, don't worry about the time, you know? Don't worry about the time at all in the beginning anyway. Don't even worry about it. Get the design down and practice, and speed comes with practice, right? So right here, I'm undercutting the paws and cutting in the side of the arms. This will give us more of a three-dimensional look, as if like the bear and the stump are two separate pieces. Sorry guys, I know I sound stuffy and things. My allergies are kicking my butt this morning. Woo! So there we had just cut in the front. We're just kind of rounding it over a little bit, putting in some fur lines because we couldn't get in there with the chainsaw. Just a little bit of detail, nothing crazy. Again, kind of making an undercut with that flame burr, so that arm looks like it's over the stump and not just like part of the stump. Follow that line and kind of go around the back of your bear, cutting down in behind him, not into his body, but kind of like into the stump area. Again, it will create the look of separation. It's just little details, guys. Things that honestly only take a few minutes. I'm kind of going slow for video so that you guys can, see things. Even though I have this now like 1 1/4 the speed, we're still going slow. Normally this is stuff you just kind of rip through in 5 minutes and you're done, so you can move on to the next piece. So let's see here. If you guys have questions, please feel free to ask. Right? Tutorials or teaching videos, that's what they're meant to do, teach. So if questions, ask them. Now we're going to go in here and make a couple lines for where the eyes are and are going to be. Just this time we're going to carve them instead of only painting. So we're plunging in and moving the bit. Keep the bit moving until you pull the bit out of the wood. If you don't, there's a chance for the old death wobble. It'll start bouncing around in there. Below that line, I come in and just kind of make like a shallow cut, shallow groove right here. All right. Add some fur a little bit closer to the snout if you want. Couldn't get that close with the chainsaw. Round things off, knock off any hard edges. Just clean it up, make it as close to what it is that you're going for. Even if your bear doesn't look like this, it's all right. Keep it. The next one will look better. The next one will look better. You know what I mean? With practice. Keep that first bear you make, though, so you can always look back and see where you started and compare it to where you are now. Well, using that flame burr, kind of round off your snout, clean it up. You got a lot of deep chainsaw edge groove kind of marks, so clean up the snout with the burr. Clean up around his nose on the end, things like that. Just cleaning it up can just, make the piece look that much better. And customers can tell you took that much more time to do it. They really can. Some of them, the good ones. Go into that mouth line, and we're just cutting in very slightly. Nothing crazy, just a little bit. Round it off some, hit those corners. This flame burr is probably the most versatile. It really is. The eyeball video I'm going to do, you could cut eyes with just this. It's a little bit more difficult, but it's doable with practice. So here we're going to get ready to put the nostrils in. Just kind of smoothing and cleaning up around that snout. Making things look like they flow. So you plunge in just a little, draw it down. Plunge in just a little, draw it down, like down and around. All right. Time to grab that cross-cutter burr and let's do some eyes. All right, got that cross-cutter burr ready to go. Now line that up between those two eye cuts you made already. Basically where it's painted, and I'm pointing here showing you. All right. We're gonna kind of like just sort of start with just the edge and basically like plunge it in. Line it up with the front. Look to the left over here. See how it's lined up with the snout? Push it in. Once it's in there a little bit, see what I'm doing here? On the left, kind of wiggle it up, down, and around just a little bit. And it makes a nice dome shape for your eyeball. Now this eyeball size works great for small bears, little bears, medium, and even big bears. Bigger eyes give them more of a cartoony feel. So to me, this size gives it that much closer to a realistic feel. But that's it with the cross cutter. I mean, super quick, easy eyes right there, guys, and they look great. They really do. Then you can go ahead, take that flame burr again, and just clean up around the eye. Try not to touch the dome you just created. You know, if you could see like a hard line from cutting it in, just smooth it out, round it off, clean it up, add some fur. Do whatever you gotta do, you know what I mean, to make it look good. You've already come this far, you might as well finish the piece. Also, don't forget to put your initials in your carving, alright? You can use the flame burr to do that. Put it on the back. It depends on the piece. Sometimes I put it on the base or on the bear itself. I just carve it right into where the fur pattern is. Yeah, make sure you initial your work, alright guys?
Alright guys, back to a single camera view and some real-time talking. Now my good expensive torch, the grill 20-pound tank, that thing just died. I ran out of fuel. So, we're going to have to use the 1-pounder. Ooh, full of sawdust too. And you want to go through, obviously guys, and just burn the bear now. Most of you already know this step. You know, you guys, a lot of you have been carving for a while, but again, it's kind of for those of you who have not been carving for a while and are just starting out, you know, the very beginner. You just watched the first part of this video, you know, part 1, obviously. Got your bear to the point it was at with just your chainsaw. Congratulations, awesome work, I'm sure. And then you finally got some tools and you said, hey, let's upgrade that thing and make it look more like a bear, right? So that's what we're doing, making it look that much more like a realistic bear. As you guys can see though, the 1-pound grill tank, or the 1-pound propane tank, does take a while to burn, especially if the wood's kind of wet. There's a lot of sap. That's what I'm dealing with in this piece. And I haven't let this sit for a couple days. You guys let it sit for a day, come back, hit it again, it'll burn really easy. Let it sit for 2 days, come back, it'll burn even easier. But again, let it just sit in the shade, not in the rain, not in the sun. Sun will crack it really, really fast. Clean up your lines, you know, burn off whatever you want to burn off here. But again, this is still just a simple carve. It's nothing crazy. This is what you can do with those firewood pieces people want to give away for free sometimes, or they're on the side of the road because a tree fell down or whatever. A lot of people just buck them up. They don't leave you this great big log to do all kinds of cool stuff with. So you got to do some smaller cool stuff, right? I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe if you guys haven't already. I really, really do appreciate it. You know, we're going to finish this all the way from here. We're even going to paint over this. So I want to give you guys 2 options of to finish this, all right? And this obviously is option 1, using your torch. Now this is the more cost-effective way, right? You're not taking the time to paint, although the burning takes a while when the torch isn't a super hot torch. Buy the better tanks, get a hotter flame, get it done quicker, right? So after we torch it, we got to brush it. This is just a stiff brush from the hardware store. You want stiff bristles. All right, this is your option until you have a flap sander. If you have a flap sander, go around and flap sander up and you guys are done, right? Okay, so that's that. Now, if this is as far as you're going to take it, dab just a touch of white in these eyes and they're going to pop. They're going to look awesome. If you guys are going to go ahead and paint these guys black, what you're going to want to do is obviously get some black paint. I just use spray paint, whatever the store has in stock I buy. In this case, it's Krylon. Sometimes it's store brand. Sometimes it's, you know, just whatever. Get yourself a piece of cardboard. Now you can cut like 1/2 circle in here for like the rounded parts, but I'm not going to monkey with that in this video. Now, pay attention to what you're doing. I'm not going super heavy, all right? I'm just kind of throwing it on there. I'm not getting super crazy here. If the whole thing isn't covered, that's okay. It'll look like highlights and accents and all that. Now the nose can be tricky, and the mouth. So what do? Well, make sure that can shook up really good too, because that could be a pain. I get in here from below the nose and I shoot up at it, just gently. And then I goof it up by hitting the side. Sometimes it's just quick movements. And there's his face. That's it. His face is done. Okay. Come in. Get your ears. Come down. Alright, so the point of the cardboard is less overspray. Less overspray. Less overspray will give him and your customers more of a feel that he's not one piece. Obviously, everybody knows it's one piece, right? But if we can make it look as three-dimensional as possible, we can make it look like, you know, you cut the stump, you carved the bear, and you stuck him in the stump. People like it better. They just, you know, you took the time and a little bit of effort, take it one step further and not have a ton of overspray, and it looks better. Plus, if you do get a ton of overspray, guys, just go back with that flame burr, clean it up. Clean it up. It's that simple. Clean it up, make it look nice. I know it's an extra step. It's time consuming. You don't feel like you're getting paid for that. Well, sometimes you are, sometimes you aren't. But you know what? This is your work. You're putting your name on it, and you're sticking it out there for a certain price. Now, some people could say, geez, Kyle, this isn't your best work, and you're going to put your name on it. I sure am. You know why? Because this is a piece everybody can afford. This is a piece somebody's going to absolutely love. This is a piece, even though it's not like, you know, this great $500 or $1,000 or $3,000 piece, it's still a piece that I made. It's a piece I'm happy with, and, you know, I'm going to sell it. In this case, I don't know, I might put 50 bucks on this guy. 50, 60 bucks. You know, somewhere in that realm, and we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. So real quick, stick with me here. We are going to take a little bit of white paint. Now this is just, honestly guys, I get this stuff over at Wally World. Just apple barrel white gloss paint. This is indoor paint. This isn't outdoor paint, okay? Now you could probably get yourself like a quart mixed up at the hardware store with the outdoor stuff and call it a day. Take this little tiny brush. I get just a little on the brush. A dab, kind of line them up. Call it good. Don't even bother doing like a perfect little circle and making it perfect. Just don't even bother. Give it a dab, give it a dab. You know, the end of your brush is kind of wrecked, but whatever. That's it, he's done. We brought him to life, okay? So you can sell them like this as long as you let customers know there's nothing protecting the wood from the elements. Or you guys go ahead and get yourself an exterior polyurethane. I like to use the Helmsman. It's made by Minwax. Here in New York, they're doing away with the oil base. So now I have to resort to the acrylic, which is water based, and I hate it because it's water based and it's supposed to shed water. I don't know. I hate the idea, I should say. We're going to see how it performs over the next year though, because it seems to be the option I have now. But yeah, get a brush on a quick coat, call it a day. You're done. Guys, if this video has helped you in any way, if you'd enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you guys just want to show your support for my channel, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think down below. What do you guys want to see next for a tutorial? I do have a running list of things that you guys just want to see me carve in time lapse. Hopefully I'll get some time. We'll get going on that. But I realized, you know, we need to get a tutorial out because honestly, those are the videos you all watch the most. Basic beginner carver tutorial videos. You guys want to see something stepped up, something specific for, you know, intermediate kind of carver, a little more advanced, let me know. There's a little more advancement to this. We can do different furring things, different things with the eyes. Honestly, I'm hoping that the first video and this video are going to be consecutive in days, and then hopefully Saturday, this coming Saturday, we're going to have a video based specifically around carving eyes in your bears, doing what we did today, and a couple other techniques and a couple other ideas for beginners and for those who are way more advanced. So we're gonna have probably, I don't know, a few different techniques for carving eyes. Hopefully that'll help you guys out as well. Again, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate those of you who signed up as members. We're saving up for a new GoPro. I had said a GoPro 10 black, but I realized I guess the 10s do not take the same batteries as my black 7s, so we're probably just going to get like a GoPro Hero 8 black. We're saving up for that though. We're going to get that soon. That's what the those of you that become members on the new tutorial tier, that money is going toward a new GoPro, as these ones are starting to act up, so I'm gonna have to replace them soon. And for those of you that want to help, whew, all right, I'm done talking. I've talked a lot, you guys, but really hope you guys enjoyed. Give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, leave me a comment, check out some videos popping up, all kinds of tutorials and cool stuff going on, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.